Hi there, Magma here with my 281st Booktube video, and today I'll be bringing you a review for Catwoman, the game, written by Judd Winick. And this is from the New 52. I had to look up that meant basically it was another revamp, reset thing that happened about 10 years ago. Never noticed it, never heard of it. Anyway, but the focus is Catwoman, and she looks like the Catwoman I know from the Arkham games, so I thought I'd give it a go. And this one really focuses on the self-destructive nature of Catwoman. It's not that she doesn't care, it's that she's almost certainly putting herself into harm's way. Not even as a thrill-seeking aspect, but more because she's self-destructive. And in this one, she basically steals from the wrong people, and that has repercussions. She gets beaten up a lot. This woman can really take a beating. As she pisses off one lot and then another lot, and has sex with Batman. Yes, it happens quite early, it kind of comes out of nowhere. Although it is alluded to, this isn't the first time that happens. Now, normally in the Batman stories, Catwoman sort of features as an anti-hero. She'll occasionally aid Batman if there's a particular threat to life and limb. But for the most part, she is very much out for herself. And so it's really interesting having a story set from her point of view. We don't really see inside her head, although we do get her voiceover throughout the story. And even to her, some of the self-destructive choices she makes are perhaps a little unwise at best. But like I say, it's different in Batman, where Batman's doing his thing, Catwoman turns up, helps or doesn't help, and ends up running off with the gems or whatever it is at the end, and then we continue the story with Batman as he resolves the major issue. In here, because we're still following Catwoman, we see the repercussions of her leaving early, the self-recriminations, and the desire to go and do something else ridiculously dangerous to try and cover up the guilt or the feelings that she's having because of what she did previously. So that is quite a deep book. It really does delve into another broken psyche of the Gotham inhabitants. And I know that Catwoman is often depicted quite sexy. A lot of the depictions of Catwoman, the postures and the angles of her body, it is very much male gaze. Not necessarily complaining, but after so many panels of her cleavage from this angle or her butt from that angle, it's easy to forget that the story in here is rather thin. Like I say, she pisses off one gangster and gets repercussions from that. She then pisses off someone else and has to deal with the repercussions from that. Rinse and repeat, and every now and again Batman turns up and they either hit each other or love each other, depending on the situation and location. It's also quite a violent book. At one point she gouges out some guy's eye with her claw. I'm not saying the guy didn't deserve it, but that happens. And the savage beatings that she gets on a few occasions as well as something that happens to another character. I'm not going to give away spoilers, but that's also quite extreme. The aftermath of which is left to linger on a few panels and then is returned to again. So it's not something that's like, oh, that happened, we can move on. No, that's happened and it's still with us, as it were. So like with most of the Gotham characters, Catwoman is a particularly complex character. She's not just a thief, she's not just crazy, she doesn't just got a thing for cats, which doesn't really enter into this. There's a couple of cats, but they're just there. But there's ever-present sense of her trying to run away from something, and it could well be herself. I tried finding a page I could show you that isn't covered with flesh or blood. I'll settle for this one. She's facing up against this character, Reach, who is able to control gravity, apparently. Never heard of her. But that's quite an epic fight. As you can see, the artwork is pretty crisp, even though it's quite dark sometimes. You can clearly see who's who. So, you know, really, really well drawn. I'm glad I read it. I might buy it if I were to see it around the place. This is one from the library, hence the sticker they've added to it. Mature reader. And certainly if there's a book 2 to the series, I would happily have a look at that. So there we go. Catwoman, the game, from the New 52. Have you read it? Have you read any of the other New 52 titles? Who's your favourite DC anti-hero? I suppose mine is possibly Harley. I mean, she's like a female Deadpool, really. Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Feel free to comment down below, please. But as usual, if you have nothing nice to say, then please keep it to yourself. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and other YouTube things if you want. And until next time, see you later.